Anga is a town built on copper, but for hundreds of small-scale miners, known locally as Jerabos, Sensele mine was more than copper. It was survival. Then, in December 2023, everything changed. On 1st December 2023, more than 30 illegal miners were reportedly trapped underground at Sensele mine. In response, government suspended operations, citing safety concerns and the need to review small-scale mining practices. For nearly 2 years, the mine remained closed to Jerabos. Anger grew. On April 3rd and again on July 30th, 2025, small-scale miners clashed with the police during protests demanding access to the site. They say government had promised reopening after the rain season. The reopening never came. By late 2025, mediation efforts led to negotiations. On October 26, 2025, representatives of small-scale miners and Chingola Resources Limited signed an agreement witnessed by government officials. The deal, a $4 million United States empowerment fund. The money, officials said, would support 4,000 small-scale miners transitioning away from Sensele mine. In early January this year, 2026, government confirmed the funds had been released. But weeks later, an investigation by Kokoliko FM found a different story unfolding on the ground. On January 5th, 2026, groups of miners gathered at the district commissioner's office in Chingola. They had one question: where is our money?
Jonze tolo ya mpia shali ikatishina shali pwe mpia tasha patio kwa tuishi tasha ingira poshili shonze but if paper to ayitwa tatwale if paper statu
tabala mbo kutumine mpia boss wani atrefa watpere ko fe mpia buka iture chola fe boss wani nabana monento alikuwa tena abana bonomba wana wakalari.
Several miners told this investigation they submitted their names, some more than once. They were later directed to Rugby Stadium in Chingola to verify registration lists. At the stadium, confusion. Some claimed certain individuals had already bought vehicles. Others said they had not received a single ngwe. These claims could not be independently verified. Small-scale miners chairperson Gabriel Chipimo dispute claims of widespread exclusion.
Kwali abanesu abaresusha ati kyabufi leti bamufanye muri license ya bene bamipere mpia kyabufi balemi bepati so twalebe ba guys tie ni murembeshe muka kwatego iliyonse aho kyabufi techi batupoge mayini so lelo basumina ati watu afuisha watu kushingine mpia shaisa olo basala kanomba turembeni abo turechitashuwa ati turolele government boye tontonganisha nga batwala apa kuyangisala kata namuchi mwasa chitako benefit tapali umuntu patiro munangu.
Vice Chairperson Mike Mshota adds that some claiming exclusion may not have been Sensele workers.
Abeshile bafumile mu area za kusana tababombera mu Sensele baisa kunomkureta problem just because indarama ya Afrika mpia ishire mudola pa majority ingita ibo mara mu Sensele yabo kwali baba ku UNDM kwali baba operation ku UNDM just because bambo kumfuata bana bambo ku study sivu kuma pasatante na bena baisa tutulembeni pako atupoke ni mpia sha abantu boys awe chimpia chile chitabe target abantu abali mu Sensele abo bafunisha mu Sensele.
But despite these assurances, no verified public list of beneficiaries has been released, no breakdown of payments, no disclosure of the distribution formula. The $4 million United States dollar deal raises critical questions. Where exactly was the fund deposited? Was the amount distributed equally among 4,000 miners? How were beneficiaries verified? Did government audit the list? Is there an oversight mechanism? Neither the steering committee nor the company has published documentation detailing how the money was allocated. In a recent interview with Kokoliko FM, Bishop Joseph Shapela Kajila, founder of Life Gospel Fellowship Ministries Church International and a member of the committee that oversaw the empowerment program to relocate the so-called Jirabos from Sensele mine into alternative livelihood and business opportunities, acknowledged challenges in the disbursement of funds.
Solved very little. We knew it was going to not to solve the problem. The problem here is these young ones, some of them, their parents, their grandparents, they lived on scavenging from those same dams. The Jerabos, so to say, they ran the economy of Chingola, especially in the time when KCM was sent into liquidation. Chingola would have been a ghost city, a ghost town. It took the Jerabos' activities there because they know how to spend. They are young, they go and scavenge, pick whatever they can. Immediately they have the money straight in the bars, something. So question is, what did it do, that money? Has it empowered them? We have no way to check. But what it did, it spurred the economy of Chingola. So the economy, $4 million is big money. So Chingola became active for a short while. I don't know if it is by now, but I think for that period when they were they went in the bars, they went in shops, they did what they could. But that's a temporal measure. So our core, the core we have even in now, is to work with the government of the day. That's what we are pushing, so that KCM can give out at least one or two other dams, so that these guys can be diverted there, because leaving them like this, they will become a terror.
A review of company records shows that Chingola Resources Limited has a mixed ownership structure, combining individual shareholders and corporate entities, reflecting a layered and potentially complex control arrangement. The majority of shares are held by corporate shareholders, with Lyric Management, FZCO, controlling the largest stake at 85,000 shares, representing the dominant interest in the company. Other corporate shareholders include Beverly Building Limited, Sensele Enterprises Limited, and Supremacy Investment Limited. The remaining ownership is distributed among individual shareholders, comprising both Zambian and foreign nationals, including individuals from the United Kingdom and China. The company was incorporated on 10th June 2022. For many in Chingola, the Empowerment Fund was meant to end a cycle of conflict at Sensele mine, but without transparency, confusion risks replacing conflict. If 4,000 miners were meant to benefit, how many actually did? And if funds have been fully disbursed, why do some registered miners say they're still waiting? Although the scheme was being promoted as an empowerment program, Kokoliko FM investigation suggests that the funds provided by Chingola Resources Limited were intended to facilitate the removal of illegal miners from the pits and pave way for the formal mining operation by the new owners. Rather than direct empowerment, the program appears to serve a transition function, clearing access for mining activities to commence. For Kokoliko FM in Chingola, I am Beverly Busanga Subeti.